And sometimes, I don't go for because of Kevin, the or time I can't reduce nibi. No, mentire. It is always good to establish radio stations, TV stations by Ghanaians. But I can tell you on authority, the kind of people or these Akan radio stations, they don't come there to work as professionals. They come there with a motive. Majority of Omomote Akan radio so Ghana titru Asante they are not there as professional journalists. They are not there as professional journalists. 90% of them are there because of their affiliation to MPP and their tribal way of thinking. And these are some of the things we are trying to prevent. Now, Sir Papa, we are friend Yao Kese. Nana Yao Kese, Jimmy Nkwao, Wemu, Jimmy.
Out of Wojana so, KevinTaylor hiti na KevinTaylor ba bonta ba fire vim lady Afia Pokua. Nana Yao Kese. And some media people are almost sorry. They say they are hosting show, but low-key they are doing politics with a morning show. KevinTaylor saying tell hiti the day on the internet nina. It's all about one presenter or Peace FM. I friend Nana Kese. Nana Kese ababe kasa. The Chief Justice Jetru Tokono ni remove our no hunsensem. Na Chief Justice Jetru Tokono ni remove our name say the MPP pulled a lot of information such as saying tia Omuyi Chief Justice Nefio. But according to journalists Nana Kese, or say unwa dia a Chief Justice Jetru Tokono ye Omuyi which means say he's trying to paint the image say the NDC almost sorry, they are lawless. Almost so manu muyi somebody from the position.
So, sir, and how say, Mamia was from Ghana, set Nkwasiafoɔ, every high court, a court of appeal, and a Supreme Court, a Remaba Baye, Nkwasiafoɔ penny, and a Yinedi, and Tipen crown or minor money be, or coffee and sansa. Na ebesine yentime nkyere se bone kura ma me ne ye eni bone poti we no ye ye nti okofie nsansan enhaw
yeah Kese.
Yes sir.
Shall I say coffee ye man pin
at least on the bone
ye man pin nti mami we do chance I also say
but Charlotte said the
I said the one so mine
difference woman say train difference the woman say Charlotte say no bisa akwala akra onim de yi
oh yeah dey
okay Charlotte say the call do ko ball na be de akire na ono ye adwuma ne say omo abo adeto mu kro no procurement breaches o mai bi e na omo no so de bi ba pie so say ne wabo midua de ne ma pa akire say wo na wo de asem no call ye no wo so abo kro no ba aku mienu miensa enan nti ho na Charlotte say asem ne sha asem
on say wonya dagie atwetwem na wo na ya Kese uti ane no Madam Tokunu asem de wo de wunnim bone a wo ye wo de wunnim kra
me ma wo
Bashalo de what to bu atwetwem
because
the former suspended Chief Justice de nige de wunnim kra ni ka cho say the can na kaye abansika a cheso ni ye na adwuma no o ko ye busafo adwuma in the nashel
sa adwuma ben
wo bi sami shall say de na ye de men you see
and my team, they are boosting the sound. I'll play it again. Oh, I didn't know ye. And now, ya, wo and this, and now, ya. Some mamma was some Ghana, Madam Tokonu. And ye na on Fabi Bianco Fian, and yamu ya. And our partner say, now Madam Tokonu no change Charlotte say, na. And our partner says, na Charlotte say, and mammy we ask them, why are you making it look like, say, Obi a time Tokonu na or Manakofie? Oh, Charlotte said, they say him, yeah. And our partner says, now, into mammy way. Unim na mammy way, or said, your onim. Kwasia we a host morning show.
Na no na wo share on the platform and also on the show no so some NDC communicators to be man say okay if you are saying say you don't know what happened I Muyi Chief Justice Jetru Tokono fi ho a eba saying na MPP for buy Omuyi Charlotte say fi ho and the ebisa and sa question this presenter was able to answer that but when it comes to Chief Justice Jetru Tokono this presenter wasn't able to answer. Now share from this show purely you can tell say Omo de show no ye politics. Enu nti na KevinTaylor aba abonten edi ebufuo aba be fire presenter we wo this side. Nhwe video we say enfamra.
Jandam dangerous. And your group of people be a Omayamon say, no matter what this government does, at the papa biya obey biano, omo pese omugu abine ni masi. And sometimes, I don't go for because of Kevin dear or time I can't reduce nibi. No, omo. It is always good to establish radio stations, TV stations by Ghanaians. But I can tell you on authority, the kind of people or these Akan radio stations, they don't come there to work as professionals. They come there with a motive. Majority of Omoamote Akan radio so Ghana titru asantefono. They are not there as professional journalists. They are not there as professional journalists. 90% of them are there because of their affiliation to MPP and their tribal way of thinking. When they get the opportunity to speak on radio, and I said they get the opportunity to be radio presenters, and obviously most of them are not even qualified to be sitting on radio in the first place. But Sebio, Yejiminti, Yetumima Obia Kotana TV, so radio, so you're so a journalist. These people, when they wake up and they look at the issues in front of them, they don't look at it with a neutral eye and say, you know something, my job here is to let the people know the truth, irrespective of the party I like. And what they do is when they wake up in the morning, they say, how can I make my party superior and my tribe superior? Because you see, they be an focus say, I don't know KevinTaylor there, beka MPP asema, say Asantefo. I don't hate Asantefo. Some group of people sitting on our radio, so majority ni Asantefo. And majority are deliberate to try and make Ghana look like, say, someone support MPP. You are not intelligent. We will need to find a way to destroy you. That's what I don't like. And there are so many of them on radio, so we expect them to know better. We expect them to be at least neutral in their deliberation, neutral in the way they look at issues. Because when I sit here and I speak on Asama Esu Ghana, Obia Osham Ghana bia one idea about the matter. Obia Wabro Chibia idea. There are millions of people watching me. The kind of qualification of what minibi. I cannot sit here and make it look like say it can never be possible. What I can do here is to let the person who is smarter than me in whatever understand the same respecting intelligence, and that I am trying to make a point that at the end of the day sounds intelligent. But Osha Sanko for we are omo idea be say some betina TV so betina radio so a obia ye kwasia yenkwa na ye tekasa sa kasa na ye pese de dada obia ma no begidi ye ni egidi. It does not work like that. And this issue happened on Peace FM. You see Abranti be friend Nana Yaw Kese, and the deliberate attempt to lie, to malign the NDC, to make people omutie ni show no to think say I say MPP NDC for ni Nkwasiafoɔ omu yo mambofoɔ. I say NDC for no omu tan nipa. I say NDC for no adentina ye de ya Asantefo ya kanfo radio a adentina wo say ye ka bi ema ye ka no kore no ma obi ehu the difference between MPP and NDC. So what na radio so na say ofra some training. You are not supposed to be master of everything. You want some for their expert in law. You want some for their expert in environmental science and environmental reporting. Your expert that they strictly report on agricultural issues. Your journalists are almost reporting on political issues. But your general understanding of journalism, and that general understanding is especially say obetina akunyum as a social political host of a show. You have to at least have about 80% idea of all current affairs or current events. Say about 80% there you need to know. And then we are different from Sebio Mami Otiokrasi. And then we are different from Sebio, ya mami bia, ya nana bia, ya uncle bia, ya huni pe bia Sebio, baby outino, omo nya kwenya na efri said, dear na wotumi suya kodru no, omo tumi suya kodru ho. and ntina wudru eyase a yama akonwa ba akosa tena so every say wo nipa trimu no wo de sebio wo nsem na utumi ti ase yie echechire mu kireye enti your position as a journalist when you sit is supposed to be a professional position whereby man nipa bi ndwini se nipa bi Nkwasiafoɔ. The moment I bet na TV so and radio so na wadwini mu no omo mutie oni bi se omo jimi no, you become the problem and you have to become the enemy. Now mommy go to Peace FM. Abranti friend Nana ya Kese. And these are the kind of people amatana radio so ache. O go kasa nim sisi am kasa kasa tia panyini. O go kasa nim sisi say I we the amatana radio so ache. But you see abro ene Nkwasiade omde radio ne ye no. Sa radio omde say mine, omde say nipa no. Say yankasem na yantu entosukọ kwa nkyere sa Nkwasiafoɔ yi bi say ya. Yet one no masakofo another kufuado abedi so abese Ghana. These are the foolish people who did yodium. MPP was body patu na say Jimmy Fo we atiti radio so Peace FM. No mo tetewo na omu defend chrono. They were defending people being murdered. They were defending bad economy. They were defending arrogance. They were defending corruption to the highest point. All in the name say, yeah, the Atia Santikasa, inti say, obi a huneni, obi a nkrani, obi a kroboni, obi a buruni, obi a dienia, or so timime diena no tiasie. So antimime kasana or Kwasia. That is the mentality. San Nkwasiafoɔ wait na TV suni radio so. That is the mentality they have. Now, young go tie, sa brantie wait na radio so. Na opeso create impression bi say, NDC aban bo mu trimu po. Say omubeyi Madam Tokonu as a journalist actually we Jimmy. Because it is so easy for you. There were so many documents that came out from the committee report from the beginning, the petitioning, all the way through to the presidency, the peace Council of State Members, a commission, because there was a process. It's where Jimmy Kurana unima kenka wodumu bono. We are crossing a debating radio, so I need certification, Papa Biano. Where Jimmy Crano, ma obin king kind and church the munchro. But so we need the honor and say, oh, me person me go and this anymase, me person me go John Maham anymase, me person me yana man for before a buying hot tire. Now what kwasia into be sure baby no the BB boa or the akuma so and the BB bow if you say, Uti radio so na would yatro. And these are some of the things we are trying to prevent. Now, Sir Papa, we are friend Yao Kese. Nana ya okasi Jimmy nkwa o wemu Jimmy and omodi akeka no modi 50 o ebi kroma bro omutu mu nyina fudwene Jimmy de omodi radio ni yene se omakọ eyi aso omne nkofo yere makoda eno ano no ene ehia wa ha ene we ye me ofa we de na mdim we kurase ne ekogya no ena omu nseda ni anything anything professional be ometumi dia church nsemu idea ni nyina ne say yete kwame despite radio so ye asantefo ye nsai aban no ya de papa kura ye nsai no momia nkotie kwasia we and these people I don't spare them because omwe Jimmy. Listen to this idiot.
Ebia no obeje abazi mame misa wasem ba ko na fe menko doc so say house mame a wasum Ghana say temuafo every high court akọ court of appeal ede akọ wie Supreme Court ewuremu aba beye temuafo pani ene ye yinadi enti pen kra no oman ne mane bi o kofie nsansa na ebesi ne yentime nkyere se bone kra maame ne ye yen eni bone poti we no ye ye enti o kofie nsansa enhaw
Kese.
Yes sir.
Shall say coffee ye man pin.
At least on the bonnet,
ye money pin. Indeed, mammy with your chest, I also say.
But Charlotte said, the other said, the one to mine. Difference, woman say. Train. Difference, the woman say. Charlotte said, no, Bisa Colacra, unim the air. Oh, yeah, okay. Charlotte said, the coil do ball. Nabedi children on the way you man say. Omo abo adito mukrono. Procurement bitches or maybe. And almost also did be bad pierces any. Wabo mi dia de na ma pa achiri se wo na wo de asem no koye no wo so so abokoro no ba ku mienu miensa enan nti ho na Charlotte se asem ne sha asem
on se na wonya dagie atwetwem na wo na ya Kese uti ane no Madam Tokunu asem de wo de wunni bone a wo ye
wo
Onu de unim kra.
Me ma opportunity
say what to bo achechim because the former suspended chief justice there. Ni de unim kra. Me catch us say. Sika na kaye a bicycle a chase on the na ejuma no. O ko ye busafo ejuma in a nutshell.
Ejuma ben.
Who be sami? Shall say the end na dey men. You see?
Oh, Obenyeje Kumitiwo. And my team, they are boosting the sound. I'll play it again. When we are now here, enya oya ya wo ndc ni enya oya. Se maami a wasom Ghana, Madam Tokonu. Ende ye yi na onfa bibia nkofie enya moya. Ena papa ne se na Madam Tokonu no chen Charlotte say ana. Ena papa ne busa say na Charlotte say ena maami we asem no. Why are you making it look like say obi etan Tokonu na omana kofie? Oh, Charlotte said they say him the oye. Ena papa ne busa say na intimami we unim na maami we ye. O say ne de onim kwasia we a host morning show. These are people and upon kutakrata say or no be church Ghana and say muachro. Also penye jakum to wa edin because that is how they communicate. That is how they do. They destroy people. They destroy governments. Charlotte said in a CB 8 years to 9 years rokai. But talk on some see you know. Na kwasi penye what radio say or your morning show host. E dey na wo sua.
Intarofoɔ sɛnya muhu video no everything tells you say ɔmo the show no ye politics. Inti KevinTaylor hu saa de we ɔse no. Ade inti na was a morning show. Amo wo discuss ade na wo the show no ye politics. Na say you are an MPP person. So far as your party is not in power, na so mo maka no mu ye jimifo. Inti wo betum futre wo mani. And the KevinTaylor fan che na ya Kese. Waba abonten aba be fayano abubu na dream their channel pa. Enye feri agro. Arofo yentie no na ma mi hu so adwenche. E wo comment ni mu.